What's up, yo? This is K.Solo, and this is Rikers Island Stories, a.k.a. the K.Solo Show. What's up? What's up? What's up?
This is the #1 YouTube ghetto gossip. I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me, man. Motherfucking YouTube.
Yo, my mouth is jobless. I just keep cursing and cursing. I got
What's up, yo? This is K.Solo, and this is Rikers Island Stories, a.k.a. the K.Solo Show. What's up? What's up? What's up?
This is the #1 YouTube ghetto gossip. I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me, man. Motherfucking YouTube.
Yo, my mouth is jobless. I just keep cursing and cursing. I gotta stop that.
I love all these. You already know. This is the one and only K.Solo. What's going on, people? Listen, I'm gonna go live. Hopefully you guys out there will come in and see what's up with Big Solo. I gotta talk to you, Papi. I'm gonna give you guys a story. So holla at your boy K.Solo. Everybody out there, get ready for K.Solo. You feeling me? Coming in stronger and better and wiser. Alright?
What's up, people? I always said since day one that my intro has to be one of the best intros on YouTube. Has to be. Top 20. At least top 20. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Anyway, so what's up, people? Over here, chilling and shit like that, looking at some YouTube and this and that. I was gonna pop up in here and talk about some of the crazy things that I've seen in the island. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about no cuttings. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of that shit. I've seen a lot of cuttings, believe me. People getting hit with lockers and all that stuff. But I'm talking about embarrassing things. I'm talking about dudes that I just really don't know how you're gonna let someone do that to you. I mean the things that people come up with to disrespect someone, humiliate. How he says the word. You know what I'm trying to say? Disrespect somebody, embarrass a person. These people come home some crazy things, man. Am I guilty for doing some of those things? Yeah, but not the nasty things that I seen, like the real. Okay, for me, I'm guilty for hooking up shit like what we used to call. I never noticed that this is backwards. One of my speakers are backwards. My bad. Like for example, one of the things that you could say I'm guilty for is every Friday. That was wreck. Every Friday we used to set up, and it was happening in the island back in '85. You know what I'm saying? '84, '85. It was happening. That we used to call it crab night. What you people see now, and why I'm talking about this is because one of my people just came home. And this dude is the OG, saying my age, saying I think I'm like 2 years older. I think he's 55. He's 55. Just got locked up a couple of months ago for some bullshit. Came home, went to the island. I don't know what part. what island. I mean, I don't know what C-95, C-74. I don't know. But I do know he went to C-76 a couple of months. They gave him a couple of months, whatever it was they gave it. So I think they gave him, I think it was 6 months. And out of 6 months, you do 4. So anyway, he was telling me when that the island changed. He told me, so when's the last time you was there? And I said, the last time I was in the island was 2006 that I did my parole violation. My last parole violation, I did 4 parole violations since my last bid. And I was like, the island changed, saying, it got boring. The island got boring. I mean, there was a time that if you was living, and when I'm talking about living in the island is you was living. You feeling me? Like you was eating. You was getting visits. You was going to commissary. Even if you was not getting no commissary money, you was living because you was taking people's commissary. Did I do that? I did it maybe 2 or 3 times. No lie about that. I did it like 2 or 3 times. Did I rob people's sneakers? Yeah, I did that. They did it to me. That's the way I felt. They did it to me, so I'm gonna do it right back to them. You understand what I'm saying? And that was wrong. As many of you people know, my story, and then I got the sneakers back, and they was right next door to me. I'm in the fucking B side. This just was in the A side. But the dude that I had him, he was like, shh. After he was hearing that I was just smashing motherfuckers. Anybody that I thought it had something to do with my sneakers, actually, the people that had something to do with my sneakers, and I remember like 12 or 11 dudes, out of 12 or 11 dudes, 9 of them felt it. No bullshit. 9 of them felt it, even the dude that had my sneakers. After he gave it back to me, I let him sleep for like 3 weeks. So he thought everything was good. He was on the other side. I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? He thought everything was good. We used to meet up in the school building, and I used to be like, yo, what's up? That's it. He thought it was lovely. Until I caught him in the same spot he caught me when he took my kicks. Him and his people. All 5%ers. All of them was 5%ers. And, I caught him right there and knocked him the fuck out. And when I knocked him the fuck out, 3 of his so-called 5%ers was there, holding me down. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But that's how it is when people know that you get busy, when people know that you do your thing, you have no problems. I mean, you're gonna meet some people that don't give a fuck. It's just like they just like you. You're gonna get busy or whatever. They're gonna get busy. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go at it with you. So, you know who's who. And I was one of the type of the dudes that you don't bother me. None of the people that I'm fucking with, and everything is all good. You can do whatever you want to do, man. Go rob the CO if you want. I don't care. As long as you don't violate me and violate. What's up, baby girl? Oh, thank you, mommy. I appreciate that. God bless you. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wife is telling me that she makes me something to eat. So now the thing that I'm guilty of, and I'm talking about crab night, and that's what we used to call it, crab night. Crab night was a word that we used to call people back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Yo, niggas a crab. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's probably still used. But, that was like one of the words, you know what I'm saying? And we used to use that word a lot in the prison system. Yo, that's that crab, you know what I'm saying? That's the crab side, because, it's like what the people call the people, I mean, what the people calling people nowadays, they calling them, what I'm hearing, they call them day room dummies. That's kind of, wow, day room dummies. That's crazy. And I know the reason why they call them day room dummies, because these are the dudes that you see them sitting down in the corner by themselves, or somebody like them that, scared, and they talk amongst each other, but low, because if the guys are watching the movie, they want everybody to be quiet. You understand what I'm saying? And then again, once again, they know who to, to try to force that rule. They know who. They know that if they know someone ain't going for that bullshit, they don't give a, they don't want to look at your way. You know what I'm saying? You could be right over there playing cards and like, blah, blah, fuck that shit, you know what I'm saying? And they won't say nothing to you. You understand? And they won't say nothing to the people that you're fucking with because they know what time it is. So crab night was a night that we used to put dudes to fight. And whoever won that fight is the crab of the week. And that means that if you're the crab of the week, that means that, you don't wash nobody's clothes. I never put nobody to wash my clothes. That's one thing I swear to God, to everything I love. When I was in the prison, I never, ever put anyone to wash my clothes. Now, did I pay people to wash my clothes? Yes. There's some dudes that don't go to commissary, and saying there's so much.
And he said something to you in your ear that nobody could hear. What exactly was it that he said?
He said that the best show on Prison Stories is the K.Solo show. That's what he said to me.
Mike. And he said something to you in your ear that nobody could hear. What exactly was it that he said?
He said that the best show on Prison Stories is the K.Solo show. That's what he said to me. You know what I'm saying? And don't ask me no dumb shit again, motherfucker, all right?
And he is right, isn't he?
Yeah, bitch.
TSTB, what up, baby? I'm just looking at who's on right now. TSTB, what's up, baby? Always holding me down. Always. Anyway, so like I was saying, crab night is the day that we do put people to fight. You know what I'm saying? Whoever wins the fight, they become the crab of the week. So with that, you don't get picked on. You know what I'm saying? That was the rule. You don't get picked on. You know what I'm saying? And that means that you don't wash no clothes. Nobody takes your commissary. If you want, you can sit right in front of the TV with the people that sit in front of the TV. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying? What happens is, man, that you become not one of the guys, even though I seen two dudes that was winning so much. I mean, that they was doing they shit so nice with the crab night that you had no other choice but to give these dudes props. Because they were doing their thing. And they became like fighting scared with other dudes that was what we used to call crabs. But these dudes out in the streets was doing their thing. But when they came to jail, they were scared. And there's a lot of times that a lot of dudes that go to jail, that happens to them. They might be a monster on the street, but when it's prison time, papi, you don't got no guns, you don't got nothing, you don't know nobody. Especially it's your first time, so all that Superman shit go out the window. All right, believe me. All right, so anybody that tells you that they don't go to prison and they not scared, it's because they probably fucking retarded. You understand what I'm saying? They probably straight up retarded. And those are the ones you got to get rid of quick. So anyway. That right there, you can say that I was a part of. Yes, yeah, I was, and it's still happening. It's still happening, and now the only difference that's happening now people know what's going on in the island with these fights. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys been seeing videos and shit on YouTube. Inmates going to cells and just going all out, boom, bing, bang, bang, and you got dudes the outside like, oh, yeah. A lot of those dudes that you see them like that, some of them was, they went through the same shit. And I mean, look, man, what I'm trying to say is bad. But it's not so bad things that I had seen. And I'm talking about, I seen dudes, no bullshit. I seen dudes make dudes drink toilet water. I mean, listen, in the day room, in C95, Rikers, C74, and all that shit, you have a bathroom. Because they don't allow some CEOs are cool like that, some CEOs ain't cool. And C74 adolescents don't get the props that the older OGs get, that they call us the coffee drinkers and shit. When you get up at that age, when I was young and adolescent, they used to not have us running the because it's you got a hallway, and in that hallway you got the cells. They used to not let us run crazy in the cells. You know what I'm saying? They used to not let us. You got options. Every hour you got an option. On the option, they call it. On the option. That means that you got a chance to go to your cell, pick up something, grab a cigarette. Back in that time, when you could smoke, or you grab a pack of cookies, whatever you want, you can go to your cell. You got like about 5 minutes to pick whatever you want. So if you want to use the bathroom, that's the perfect time to use the bathroom. And you go in your cell, you stay in there for that. If you want to stay in there for the hour, they lock the shit in the hour. You stay in there, do your business, and the next hour they open up the cells again, and you get the fuck out on the next option. You feel me? So now I seen dudes drink dirty. I'm talking about regular water from the toilets. I seen dudes drink, nasty shit in the toilet. I mean, I'm talking about piss. I'm not, listen to me, I'm not lying, and I'm not staying here saying that it's funny, because I never caught it. I never thought that was funny, man. I never, saying making someone drink toilet water, man. God knows what was in that toilet water. I'm talking about, bro. Serious. I mean, serious. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes those toilets, and actually not sometimes, a lot of the times, those toilets used to get clogged up. And you had shit in there. And sometimes what they used to do, they used to try to cover the shit until they fix the toilet. And I seen dudes literally, get smacked up and until they take a sip of that fucking water. Until they stick their whole head in there and start licking that water like a dog. I seen that. I mean, and once again, I never, people might say, damn, so why you let people do that? It's because you can't fight for everyone, bro. You can't be, how can I say, you can't be Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? You can't be people that, you cannot get into every beef that don't got nothing to do with you. Sometimes you gotta let people that's in there, fight their battles. Now, I had stepped up for people that, saying that I see that, they get into a fight, they start fucking with them, and the next, homeboy starts getting busy, you know what I'm saying? And next, you see 2 or 3 dudes, and a lot of that used to happen with 5%ers. I ain't gonna listen, man. You know what I'm saying? I had something personal with 5%ers. No bullshit. I hated 5%ers more than what I hated Bloods when we was in that blood war. When the Latin Kings and the Bloods of that war, yeah, boom. We had my thing was personal. My thing was because they cut my brother Frankie. May he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? They cut Frankie 2 times. 2 Spanish Bloods, you know what I'm saying? Called him twice. One in each side while he was talking to his son on the phone. For me, that was, personal. You understand what I'm saying? Just imagine somebody cuts your brother. You're going to go to the island and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with me. I did my thing. Hey, listen, man, the war was the war. But I I never hated Bloods as much as I hated 5%ers. I swear to God, never. Cause the things that I seen, and that was in C-74. Because I was locked up with 5%ers when I became an adult, and a lot of 5%ers that you saw them, that you seen in C-74 was not doing that when they became adults. You understand what I'm saying? 5%ers was a lot, a lot savage. They were savages, man. They were savages, keeping it real. They were savages. And being honest to you guys, a lot of people say, a lot of blacks say that Latin Kings was saying, doing this, doing that. No. And I just don't understand why, there's not people out there keeping it real and saying the truth, man. And I'm talking about blacks, saying blacks that was locked up in that time, in that era, in the 80s, 85, 84, 85, 86, that they should say the fucking truth. Yeah, I was a 5%er, and yeah, I was doing this, and this, and that. Being honest, because let me tell you, if you go to the island now, okay, the island's the big difference now, because like I said, my man told me, that you still got kings there, no question about that. Still got your kings over there doing their thing. You have the Comunitarios now. You have Crips now in there now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it was when the Bloods and the Kings was going at it. It's like, a little mixture there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what could happen the next day. The next day it could be the Crips and the Bloods. Next day it could be the Kings and the Comunitarios, or the Comunitarios going at it with the Crips, or the Crips. At one time I heard that the Comunitarios was with the Crips and the Bloods was rocking with the Kings, and they was going at it. That didn't make no sense to me. That didn't make no fucking sense to me, being honest. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when the war, and I don't know why people don't speak about this, and I'm talking about my peoples. In the war, at one time, and I'm keeping it official, man. In the war, at one time, when the shit started getting really crazy, when you started finding out who were the real kings, you understand? The ones that did not get down for protection. Because those are the ones that I respect the most. Those that was in that war and still repping. Believe that. I mean, look, man, there was a lot of kings. And a lot of kings became Bloods. And those was the kings that couldn't abide by rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. Or I also know a lot of kings that was good bros, but they had favoritisms. I mean, it goes in every way, man. It goes in every way. But my thing is that we got, there was a lot of good kings, man. A lot of good kings that never should have become a Blood, not like that. And sometimes you can't blame it because, things happen. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. But, back to the thing. Like what I was saying is that now, you see a lot of Latinos holding their shit down. You didn't see that back in the days. Back in 85, you could count Spanish people. Serious, man. You could count the Spanish brothers who was rocking, who was doing their thing, who was getting busy. And I don't know about C95 because I was not an adult. I was an adolescent at that time. So, like I said, you could count the adolescent Latinos that was doing their thing. And there's from who I remember my time that was there, that I'm pretty sure these dudes' names are still ringing. Superman, Sucio, Satch, Sonny, Son from the Bronx, well-known kid, Patrick, may he rest in peace. A lot of these dudes probably dead. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Lee from the 12 o'clock crew, he was holding it down, no question about him. I never met the dude, but he rang bells big times in the island. You know what I'm saying? Dudes like that. You understand what I'm saying? And you had the 5%ers. And you could say that the 5%ers was holding the whole C-74 down. I mean, and the thing about the 5%ers was that they was also cutting their own cells. And I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of 5%ers going at it with each other. And the thing is that I know, after that, I started meeting some 5%ers that was cool, like Wise. There was this one 5% that I loved that man. That man was my boy, Wise. He got cut in front of me. He got cut by another 5%er, and I just had to step back, and I couldn't do nothing about it because that was a 5%er thing. You understand what I'm saying? If I would have done something, then I got drama with the whole fucking C-74. Once the little 5% war between them stops, guess what? I'm not a 5%, so now they're gonna want me. You know what I'm saying, for what I did. So that's why I couldn't. You know what I'm saying, and Wise understood that. Now, dudes that I was chilling with, like the original 50 Cents, he was not a 5%er. Deadeye, the original dude who really started the Bloods. And I just don't remember if Deadeye was a 5%er, but something told me that he was. I just don't remember if Deadeye was a 5%er. But somewhere down the line, I believe he was. And I knew Deadeye. Me and Deadeye did two things together in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got paid. You know what I'm saying? We got paid. You know what I'm saying? Dude came in there with, anyway, I don't want to talk about that one. But anyway, so like I said, there was real dudes there. And unfortunately, like there's real dudes there, there's dudes that can't do nothing for themselves. So by having the crab night fight, for me, that was something that, like, okay, you know what I'm saying, it's bad, but then again, who the person that wins the fight, at least he can hang out. You understand what I'm saying? And the good thing about that is sometimes there was dudes that would win 2 weeks or 3 weeks straight. Serious. And there was dudes that would come in that would get beat up, but in 2 months, bro, this motherfucker would get like this. Bang. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They start eating good. Start eating all that potato, all that bread, drinking milk. So these motherfuckers start, you know what I'm saying, growing. I mean, these dudes becoming big. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, there's no more drugs. They don't got it like that no more. So their body's resting. So a lot of these dudes used to, got knocked out 2 months ago, come back and win the fight. One day just come back and just knock some motherfucker out, and now this nigga is the king. You know what I'm saying, king crab of the week or the month. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, I seen like there was times when dudes used to go to sleep, and this is something that happened a lot in 676. Adolescents, you know what I'm saying, when this is sentencing. When you do a couple months there, that's the only sentence building that you could go and stay in Rikers Island for a couple of months. That's C-76. So C-76, I remember that they just sell this thing. They stopped selling it in commissary, but it was a little blue bottle, and the little blue bottle, it was to take hair off of you. I don't know for what it was. I don't know. I think it was for blacks because a lot of black dudes can't shave. And they get these crazy bumps. So I think that was for black dudes, for them to put it on their face, for the beard or whatever the fuck. But it takes your hair off completely. So what motherfuckers used to do was take that shit, and while dude was sleeping, They just put it in their hair, yo. I mean, like, oh, the whole thing, son. I mean, yo, people used to wake up the next morning. I'm talking about screaming. I'm talking about dudes used to be crying. Dudes used to just get up and just look at it and just go to the shower, take a shower. They missing spots. Oh man, I mean, people used to do that. One of the things that people and some of these people used to get burned. There was this one dude that they covered this man. This man was sleeping, and they covered him like a mummy with toilet paper. I mean, this is also, listen to this shit. This is also in C-76, bro, okay? Where you think it's going to be better because dudes are sentenced. Dudes are going home in a month or 2 or 3 or 4 months from now. Nah, man. Shit is crazier. I found C-76 a little bit more crazier than C-74, being honest to you guys. So, you know, they wrapped this kid up like a mummy. But before they wrapped him up, they took grease, hair stylist grease, because they used to sell that in the island. And I don't think they sell it no more. Yeah, they don't sell grease no more in the island. But back in the day, they just sell grease. You buy the grease and fix those, the 360s. You know what I'm saying? People used to be, the blacks used to love the 360s and shit. You had Puerto Ricans 360s. You had Puerto Ricans that couldn't get no waves, but you still wear a do-rag, like me. I used to like having the hair all flattened down with the do-rag and shit on it. It used to look cool. I mean, it used to look all right. You know what I'm saying? That was the style. So, that was the do-rag shit. But, yeah, man, just imagine a thing. So they wrapped this dude up, right, like a mummy in his bed. And like I said, they take the grease and they put it on the tissue because it lights up slower. I'm going to be honest. It lights up in fire, but it lights up slower. Like if you take tissue and you light it up, it disintegrates in seconds. But if you put some grease, hair grease, and you make it into like a little string, you roll it up to like a little string, and you light that shit, it's like putting deodorant on there. You put some deodorant on some paper tissue and you roll it like to a string, it becomes an incense. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do smoke some weed. We smoke our weed, do the incense, put it there, and you got a nice roll of toilet paper smelling good because we used to put deodorant. You know what I'm saying? Old Spice or whatever they were selling in the commissary that was good. So they take this dude, and it's like about 1 o'clock in the morning. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there. I'm in the bed. I've got the bottom bunk. I'm in the bed, and this shit was, I'm in the back. I was in the back. This shit was like in the middle, somewhere in the middle. And it was Broadway, where they call it Broadway. And if you got a Broadway bed, that's fucked. Because a Broadway bed is like right there where everybody's passing by constantly. Top Rap, what up, baby? That's right, the Hood Book. I like that, the Hood Book. Definitely. Anyway, so they take this dude. And like I said, I was laying down. I'm laying down, you know what I'm saying? I think it was a Friday night, because when it's like, at that time when I was there, I still had to go to school. And I had to go to C-74 for that. From C-76, every morning I had to get in the bus to go to C-74, back to the prison where I was at, back to the same school where I was at. You know what I'm saying? But the only difference is that I was at C-76. I was at C-76, and I used to see my boys. The people that was my boys at C-74. So anyway, just the ones that used to go to school. I couldn't see everybody in population. Just the ones that I used to go to school, like the dudes that was in my house, 6 upper, 6 main, 6 lower, shit like that. You feeling me? So they lit up this dude. They lit this dude up. That all I see was like a light, like a flash of a light, like it looked like a fucking flash of lightning, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was Duke, the toilet paper, just burning, and they put so much paper on this dude that just didn't burn. It was just burning. I mean, usually when ain't that much paper, it burns, and that's it. You might be like, you can burn, okay, but this dude started burning. And I believe like about the whole, everybody that was in that side and that little, I think, how is it? It's how many spots is it? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? I think it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and each side got 4. I think each side is 4 beds. So that's 4 beds in the first, 4 beds second, 4 beds third, 4 in the back. Yeah. So all together, it's like, it's C-76. I believe, if I remember, man, I think it was 60 something inmates that you could fit there. I think it's 62, something like that. And that's what bunks. You feel me? I mean, I think with bunks is more. But anyway, dude got burned, man, and it was serious. It was serious. The dude got burned. All right, some crazy like 3rd degree type of burn type of shit, man. And that was crazy, because the same dudes who did that to him was the same dudes that ran to turn the shit off, and they could have turned it off. I mean, they got to turn it off, but homeboy got burned big times. And the thing is that nobody got in trouble for that, because nobody wanted to speak. Nobody spoke about it. Even those that, who were scared of death, they didn't speak about it. Definitely. I mean, that was like another whole new fucking case. Whole new fucking case. You feel me? So yeah, that was kind of crazy, man. Somebody getting burned like that. And you know what I'm saying? And what's up, Miss Precious? What's up, baby girl? And another thing, and another one that a lot of that shit used to go on, and it's also sad. Washing clothes. There was this one dude. He came with me from C-74. He was with me all the way from the bullpens in C-74. When I copped out the whole 9 yards, what they do is they tell you, look, tomorrow we're gonna wake you up. You're gonna go to C-74. I mean, you're gonna go to C-76. Blah blah blah. Be ready for that. So that's how it was. They woke me up. I'm in C-74. I tell my peoples, I see you guys, man. Take it easy. I love you guys. Whatever. Nowadays, man, you get to meet people, man, and after a while, you get to have some love for some of these dudes. So I left. I broke out. You know what I'm saying? And the one dude that was my man. I mean, there was 2 dudes really that was my man in that prison, and it was Beretta and my little Dominican boy that was my dude, and his name was Tommy. So those 2, out of everybody that I met in C-74, this is on my first bid. Those 2 was like my main people. You understand what I'm saying? Tommy got to go to C-76 like about 3 months later, Tommy got to go to C-76, but something fucked up happened with Tommy. The day that he was supposed to come home, he didn't come home because the dude had another case. Yeah, man. So he did a turnaround. That's what you call a turnaround. When you're thinking you're going home, and when you're in the bullpens and you know what I'm saying, you get in your clothes and you put it on, and you're thinking that, you out, they come back and say, yo, listen, man, you ain't go home and you got another case. You're going right back to C-74. That shit's a bone. Oh God, that shit. That never. Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me once. From C70, it was a bullshit couple of days type of thing that I had to do, and I did that. Then from there, I went back to C95, and then I went to the Beacon. I forget about it, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, man. Those are some of the things that I've seen. But and that's not even talking about the cuts. That's not even talking about people getting cut. That's not even talking about that. The rips, that's not even talking about that, man. I mean, like I said. But, right now, my boy came home and he told me things are different. He's telling me that, he said that the plain and simple, my man's talking about that the COs lost the prison, though. COs lost the prison. And he was hearing stories about the COVID. And he said that it was nightmare. It was a nightmare in there for COVID. And I heard a lot of that shit too. People sleeping in the hallways. I'm talking about in the hallways of Rikers Island because inmates did not want no one to come in. You feel me? They did not want no one to come in. Bro, I seen videos from other counties, other cities, other states that inmates was wearing CO's jackets. Inmates was walking around all through the prison because there was no COs to work. You know how many COs died in the COVID? You know how many inmates died in the COVID? Think about that. That shit was crazy. So, I'm pretty sure if you look for it, you will see inmates, or if you guys did, you will see inmates with phones. You will see the inmates with the COs talking, running around. Motherfuckers was doing videos and talking about, look, we here by ourselves. There's no inmate. There's no COs. There's nobody here to tell us anything. We haven't went to the mess hall in days. I mean, that must have been some crazy shit. True, definitely true about that. Yes, you got that right, ma'am. I mean, ma'am, you hear me calling ma'am. I'm calling Miss Precious, ma'am. But yes, sweetheart, you got that shit right, definitely. Anyway, man, listen up, people. I've been here rocking for 43 minutes, going on 43 minutes. I'm out of here, man, because right now I just want to go take all this shit off and just take a nice little shower and just parlay in the bed, because being honest, I haven't slept. I've been up since yesterday, yo. I haven't slept. It's one of those days that I can't sleep. But today I'm going to try to see if I get some sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is your boy. And once again, thank you, people, for being here with me, man. You already know, Miss Special. Miss Precious. Excuse me, Miss Precious. You know what I'm saying? TSTV, you already know, Poppy. The rap book. The rap street book. You already know, my brother. Anyway, man, listen up, people, man. If I probably will be here tomorrow, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Probably yes or no, maybe, I don't know. But I'll be here. I'll be here. And once again, man, it's a pleasure to have all you guys coming in here, man, and joining me, K.Solo, on the Ghetto Gossip Show, man. You know what I'm saying? But you hear nothing but the truth over here, man. You heard no holding back. You feeling me? That's one thing about me. I don't like to hold back. I like to keep it straight up. And that's how it is. All right? So these are some of the things that I've seen a lot of inmates go through. And what I'm trying to tell you guys out there, man, if you know anybody that's fucking around, that's acting crazy, tell them to look at the show today. Tell them to look at the show. Tell them to look at my shows when things that I talk about in the island. And that's definitely, I guarantee you, they'll get some fear, man. I mean, look, man, if one young dude is out there doing stupid shit, and they could see one of my videos, and if that would scare them, to stop doing what they doing out there, that's a big plus for me, bro. That's a big, big plus for me. Seriously. So for all you young brothers out there, man, you know what I'm saying? I know I don't get young dudes in here, man. My audience is like in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you know what I'm saying? My age, you know what I'm saying? 40s and stuff like that. You know, I don't get the 20s. But if any of these dudes out there in their 20s or teenagers look at this video, whatever, man, you know, it's not fun. It's not fun, okay? And if you think because you're blood or you're a Crib or you're a King or you're a Trinitario, 5% or Muslim, whatever you are, if you think you that and you ain't gonna have no problems, you definitely stupid. Because your name, your number is gonna be called one day. And they're gonna tell you to do a mission. You might go in there for selling some weed or selling some dope or selling some coke, selling some crack, whatever. You're going to go in there for that. You're going to go in there for something that you could get probation. You go in there for something that you could do C-76 time, couple months. But joining a gang in prison, it's a lot of responsibilities. I joined what I did that for a reason. To uplift, and there's no secret about that, to uplift my Latinos. Because I was there when it was rough for Latin people. I was. And I also was there when we took over the range. And in my eyes, I never seen the shit that a lot of dudes said that Latin brothers was doing to the blacks. And no. Believe me, no. You know, say no. There, you know, it was just something that they had, they lost it, and they wanted it back. And I'm not mad at that. Listen, man, it's for me, the best thing is peace. No question about that. And if anybody goes to the island, man, and if you go to the island, it's rough. You're going to do some time. You're going to eat some nasty food. But if you could get a little smart and change your life because you in there and you want to change your life because you don't want to go back in there, or you seeing some things, some abuse, you seeing some dudes washing clothes, drinking shit water from the toilets, getting burned, getting smacked up for no reason, people picking on you. If that's what you want, that's what you're going to get in the island. And if you think that by getting down with some crew or something like that, you're going to be okay, remember this, bro. It's blood in and blood out. You're going to have to blood in, B. You're going to have to do your work. You're going to have to put in some work. And if you hesitate, you're going to get it from that side and you're going to get it from your side. So before you go in there and thinking that you're blood or king or crib or whatever, and you're going to live all right, you got another thing coming to you, Papi. You might live good because you're going to have people there. But when it's that time for war, that's when you're going to have to know who's who. Believe me. Anyway, this is your boy, Big K.Solo. And once again, all right, just once again, thank you. Thank you for coming over here and chilling with your boy for 49 minutes. Jesus Christ, I'm trying not to go that long. But anyway, you know how we do it over here. This is the Ghetto Gossip Show. You already know, a.k.a. Rikers Island Stories. Your boy, Big K.Solo. Salute. Love you guys, man. Peace. Let's get out of here, Solo.
What's up, yo? This is K.Solo, and this is Rikers Island Stories, a.k.a. the K.Solo Show. What's up? What's up? What's up?
This is the #1 YouTube ghetto gossip. I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me, man. Motherfucking YouTube.
Yo, my mouth is jobless. I just keep cursing and cursing. I gotta stop that.
I love all these. You already know. This is the one and only k.solo. What's going on, people? Listen, I'm gonna go live. Hopefully you guys out there will come in and see what's up with Big Solo. I gotta talk to you, Papi. I'm gonna give you guys some stories. So holla your boy K.Solo. Everybody out there, get ready for K.Solo. You feeling me? Coming in stronger and better and wiser. Alright?